Today we are with two of my favorite people, Lynn and Stephen Flaherty, and they have a new project. So we're about to hear about it, and happy holidays, because this is a beautiful time to talk to them. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Stephen.
Hey.
Tell us about your new project.
It's a sort of a new old project, oddly. It's something that we worked on in 2004. We came up with an idea for 2 song cycles, and we wrote them. We found some amazing singers. We went into a studio and we recorded them, and they have basically been in our trunk of unused songs for all these years, since 2004. And all of a sudden during this pandemic, when we're, kind of apart and isolated and we have a little quiet time, I suddenly said, Stephen, whatever happened to those demos? They were beautiful. What happened? And we dug them out, and lo and behold, Broadway Records decided to record them and remaster them. And here we are. So we have this gorgeous new album. We're very excited about it.
It was sort of like found treasure, because we hadn't really heard the songs in a very, very long time. And when we found them, it's interesting because these are demos that were made like in 2004. And so with the modern technology that's now available to us, it was like refinishing a painting, where you're bringing out colors and sounds and, making them a little more glossy than they were back in the day. And we worked with a young producer called Michael J. Moritz, and he did the cleaning up of them, and we edited some down. But it was very moving to re-experience these songs that we had not heard for a long time, especially in these performances. The 4 singers that we have are spectacular.
Yeah.
Who are they?
Okay, are you ready?
Get ready.
Get ready. Okay, Maren Maisie and Jason Daniele.
Oh my God.
Singing never before heard songs. And Sarah Uriart Berry and Stephen Pasquale.
Oh my God.
Singers. Yes. So there you go. They are exquisite. And when we unearthed these recordings, it was like finding buried treasure. It was so amazing to hear them and to sense the emotion and the delicacy and the just everything that they put in there. And then of course to hear Maren, singing things that no one has ever heard her do before. It was just very moving, very, very emotional experience to find them.
That's some of my favorite singers on this.
Yeah.
I know, they're amazing. And Lynn will tell you more about the genesis of each of these 2 song cycles. But one of the really cool things for me was the first one is about a husband and a wife. And to have a real life husband and a wife performing these songs and connecting to them, it was very, very special, I think, for all of us. And these were all live recordings too. We were in the studio, and it's not like, let's punch that line and let's do that, let's make that a little better. We were actually performing live, in real time, and it was it's great. And there's a real immediacy of these recordings that's exciting.
I'll tell you what they are, Susanna, if maybe your viewers would be interested, but one is based on 12 entries in a farmer's journal, his diary, that a farmer named Philo Lynn wrote in the 1800s. And he farmed actually right up in the area of upstate New York, where I happen to be right now. And he wrote about everything from his family to religion, to slavery, his feelings about his minister's opinions, his crops, a cat just ran across the frame.
Yeah.
Lynn is a cat person, by the way.
I'm a cat person. Bring that cat back here. I love them.
I love that cameo.
Anyway, so it's a year in the life of a farmer and his wife, basically, month by month. Each song is 1 month in their life, and it's very dramatic, and there's a dramatic arc to it. And the second song cycle is based on photographs that my own dad took. He was a photographer, and he took these photographs in the 40s and 50s in New York City. So we figured, here we are in these isolated, far apart places, facing travails. Everybody's facing some sort of travail, something happens every month, to feel bad about right now, or to to think about, or to, you know, even celebrate. So the Farmer's Diary is in a microcosm, in a weird way, what we're all going through right now. And then the other song cycle, which is called A Boy with a Camera, is a celebration of New York City. And I think that any New Yorkers who work in theater are doing that right now. It's what a brave city, you know. So I was very happy to be able to put those songs out in the world.
When does this come out?
It's out.
Well,
It's out.
yeah. For your viewers, it's on Spotify currently, but the streaming version of it came out last Friday. But you can actually get the physical CD version, which has this amazingly beautiful book that features all of the lyrics and the history of both pieces. That comes out this Friday, so it's a good stocking stuffer. So.
Very good stocking stuffer. Well, go ahead.
We do a gift list, and this is definitely now on my gift list to say, oh my God, go get.
What's wonderful about it, aside from the fact that they're songs that nobody has ever heard, and aside from the fact that we have this extraordinary bunch of singers, four singers who are so sublime, but the CD itself that Broadway Records is putting out, and Robbie Roselle designed it, it is, I think, one of the most beautiful ones we've ever had produced. It's a work of art. It has my father's photographs. It has these beautiful pictures of an old farm. It's so beautiful. I keep looking at it and kind of fondling it because it really is very lovely. So, you know, yeah.
I think one of the very cool things is that the second cycle, you know, as Lynn said, is based on these very particular photographs taken in New York City during a particular time period, and to actually have the photographs themselves that inspired these songs as part of the packaging. Mm-hmm. It's really great, because really that's how we worked. These songs were, Lynn created text first. You know, she read the diary of the farmer, and then said, well, why don't we have one song for each month within the course of this 1 year, which is 1859. Wrote those, and then I pretty much went and set them. But also to have these beautiful photographs that Lynn's dad had taken that really were inspiring to me as I was writing the music. And it's really great that, you know, the listener can actually read along, look at the photograph, and hear the music. And it's really a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Now, you know, one of my favorite songs of yours is the Celtic song.
I know. I love it.
Oh, but now, I've unearthed another one that I've been listening to a lot. The Raining song from Rocky.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Yes. Isn't that a beautiful song?
So yes, it is. I love that song.
It's very mysterious, yeah.
Where is the music for these pieces? Like, is there a genre or a style that you would call these pieces?
Well, you know, the first song cycle, The Farmer's Diary, it's very rural. So there's a lot of music that, to me, at least to my ear, suggests like open plains, like open farmland. It's the opposite of an urban setting. So it's very Americana. I'd like to think that it invokes an earlier time, where the second one is, where the second one, called A Boy with a Camera, is much more of an urban scape. So it has much more, it's much more energetic and high energy. It's also more pop in feel. It doesn't really say 1940, but it just has a more of a contemporary feel to it. And, you know, anytime we're working on a project, I just sort of let the words and the story dictate the musical style, and that's sort of how this came about.
I would just add to that, in a weird way, these are much more art songs than our normal work. They're not character driven particularly. They're really just meditations that come out of the inspiration of a journal or photographs. So it's very different for us. So I think maybe that'll be of interest to people who know.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this. I can't wait. I love unearthing your stuff.
It's exciting.
Are you working on anything else right now that you can talk about?
We're waiting for two shows to land. That's one thing. We're just like waiting for them to land. So one of them is Knoxville, which we started doing at Sarasota, down there at the Oslo before, just as really the pandemic hit. So we were shut down. So that will be coming to the Oslo. We're not exactly sure the dates, but it will return. So we're, tweaking a little here and there on that. And then the other show is our show Marie, which has wended its way from the Kennedy Center to the Seattle Fifth Avenue Theater and is just hovering over Broadway, waiting to land. And, so, we're doing that. And we've written some songs during this time. We haven't really started a new musical over these months, but we've written a couple of really terrific songs for this and that. And one of them actually is in a documentary called Nasreen, which is a beautiful documentary about an Iranian activist woman who they call her the Nelson Mandela of Iran. And she's currently in jail for 38 years for taking off her headscarf. And believe it or not, it's a terrible and wonderful story. And so we wrote a song for that. So, we have things cooking, but.
Yeah. And we should point out that Nasreen, it's spelled Nasrin, Nasreen. The film opens through wide distribution virtually this Friday.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so it's been doing the film festival circuits, but the official opening is this Friday, and then it will be released on Amazon and other Apple streaming platforms in January. But the song turned out beautifully. It was
gorgeous.
Yeah,
it's gorgeous.
I think it's maybe my favorite thing that we did this past year. It's gorgeous.
It is. It's a beautiful song. And I'll tell you one other little thing that I've been working on is I don't know. I think you were there, Susanna. I forget now. The 92nd Street Y, the lyrics and lyricists that I did.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be streamed on Stage Access.
Oh,
and so I'll just make this little announcement now. There will be a flyer any second now, I guess, that I'll get to put on our Facebook page. But the free streaming night, the premiere is the 18th, which is the day after tomorrow. And then it will go on demand, for ticket price, and the money they're trying to, and we're trying to raise money for charity. So, but it's that Y performance, which I think is good. It's called A Lyric Life. And it's got a little of everything in it from my whole career, from childhood to now. So,
it's so entertaining. If for the people that haven't seen the show, it's just
it came out pretty well. It came out pretty well.
We should do a shout out. It was directed by our friend Jason Danieli, who is the recording of Legacy. And also, he's our leading man in Knoxville, which is the show that we
good.
In Florida. So there's a lot of Jason right now for us
in our life right now. Yes, on our record down in Sarasota and the Y Show. Yeah.
Now, for all my little teen and kid listeners, and there are a lot of them, will you ever do another animated movie like Anastasia?
If they ask us, we will arrive with computer and piano, and sure.
I must hear your songs from Anastasia at least 4 times a week. No, because where I live, there's a pianist, and all the little kids want to sing you guys.
Oh, they come in for lessons. Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
And I hear them, and it's very, very cute.
That's fun.
Very cute. I hear you guys all the time.
The stock and amateur licensing for the show just came out.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, seeing different schools that are doing virtual performances of the show, and obviously there's a lot of interest. There's not a lot of here's the audience and here we all are together doing the show, but yeah.
Oh, and you know what else? In terms of Anastasia, just as a matter of interest, there is a production of it that literally just ended, but completed its full limited run in Japan, played by an all-female cast. It's a famous theater company. They're called the Takarazuka, and they performed Anastasia. All these women and many of whom specialize in the male roles, and they're the stars of that particular theater company, and they finished the run, and it will now come to Tokyo. So in this crazy time when everything is shut down, we actually have Anastasia running somewhere in the world, which is really amazing, you know. And then nobody got ill. They were very thrilled with it. So that was great.
Oh, I'm so glad. Tell us again how people can find this new album. What, by the way, what's it called?
Oh,
Is it
the
called
album,
Michael Brett too?
yeah, the album is called Legacy, and you can get it through the Broadway Records website, or you can get it on Amazon, Apple Music. It's on Spotify for listening. It's on all the platforms. And the hard copy CD, which has the beautiful booklet, that will be available this coming Friday.
Yeah.
You heard it here. Happy holidays. Great gift to go get from Lynn Ahrens and Stephen Flaherty. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.